Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today, we're going to do something different. I think I say that every single video, and it's never anything really that different. No, I take it back. I didn't say that for the last video. Last video, I had no idea what I was doing, and we just did some, terraforming. Anyway, I digress. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great whatever day that you're watching this on. Yeah, last video, we'll go over some, we'll do a little recap. We didn't do anything crazy, guys. We did some of this over here. By some of this, I mean that tree line. We did some details, so I added that field. We added some trees. We added some of this, some of that. You know. We did a little bit of work. I also did a little story of the river district and kind of like the history of it and why it exists and why it's all got blue roofs instead of the brown roofs over here. If any of you care, go watch that video. Yeah. Let me know what you think of the story time too. You know, if you like the story time, I can try to do that more often. I want to do that more often. It's just like never really sure of how to fit that in. Anyway, today I have an idea. Guys. So I was thinking, I don't really want to keep doing details over there, and I feel like I've beat the river district to death. So I have a couple things I could work on. I could either work on Vale, which is daunting, and I'm putting that to the side because I'm scared of ruining that idea. And then I also have the desert city, and I haven't really, I don't know. Desert city, I can work on it. It's just so tan. You know, there's just so much of the same color. Like, look at it all. It's all just tan, and like, I don't feel like everybody wants to see me do a million palm trees and like tan square rectangular buildings. But you know what? Maybe if you do, let me know as well. I do need to work on that. I might work on that off stream and just like throw in farms and stuff. But anyway, there's not a whole lot of parts inside of Ratton left to work on. You know, you got like that little blank spot there, that kind of like little valley there, some open space over there, the flat plateau there. But I think it's time to go outside of the city and kind of develop something that I've kind of touched on in the past a little bit, but there are these little clues, I guess, hints of like smugglers or pirates. You know, we got this little smuggler's cave. Really neat little build. I don't know what inspired me to build this very long ago, but you know, love that little cave, and it kind of like pops out up here, this little tree grove underneath this these ruins of like this old tower or whatever. Well, there aren't a whole lot of other pirate stuff. I mean, I like kind of started some ships. I suck at ships, so I'm like, well, how do I make the ocean, which is a huge part of my world here, more interesting? And I think the answer to that is going to be add a brand new island, guys, an entire island. And you know what? There's already a little bit of a start here. This land's pretty close to the surface, only a couple blocks deep, and not too far from everything. Like, you can still see everything. You can even see some of that, the Scandinavian, like, Viking city over there. And you can see Ratton there, and then I think, like, if you really squint, maybe if I loaded those chunks, you could probably see parts of Vale, or like at least the edge of Vale. So yeah, I think this is going to be a good spot for a little island. I'm thinking, so I don't want to do like a big volcanic island. There's really, I'm going to do this based off of like the Caribbean, and realistically out in the wild, out in the real world. There's two main types of islands. You've got like these little coral, like shoals, like sand things, and it's basically just a bunch of dead coral that built up over time, and sand kept like blowing up onto it from the waves, and then eventually it kind of like peeks its head out over the water, and the island kind of builds that way of just like this dead coral reef that creates this new like island. And those are normally pretty flat, pretty bland islands, not a whole lot of like rock features or anything, obviously, because it's not made out of rock, it's made out of coral. And then you've got volcanic islands, and those are like your islands like Hawaii and some of your Pacific islands out there in the Pacific Ocean. Those are a lot more volcanic, so they're made up of volcanic rock, and they're always like moving and changing because of the volcanoes and the active volcanoes under them. whatever, whatever, whatever. Little of this, little of that. But I think we're gonna kind of mix up a little bit of both and make like a pirate island out here. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna do like a full like pirate fortress or anything or whatever, but maybe we'll do an island. I'm thinking to do it in half. So I'm thinking like one island here, maybe like one island kind of like right here. I have like a little rope bridge connecting the two, little hidden cove, you know, something small. It can't be too big. Make it like make sense here in the middle of this ocean. But I think we're gonna do an island. Look at all those fish. What kind of fish are these? Those are cod? Guys, they changed the cod. What the heck? No way. Oh yeah, got the new update. So we got all the fun little like baby animals and stuff, and I'll show you those. Maybe we'll do some of the showcase of those here shortly. But I gotta get this island built. Now, you know, I'm gonna have to say it, guys. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use Axiom. As you can see, I have Axiom working for this version, and we're gonna use Axiom to flesh out this island and build it up. And I'm not going to place a billion sand blocks by hand. I know how much fun that sounds, but I'm gonna have to do some self-control, and we're gonna have to use Axiom to make this actually not a multi-day long project and get a video done for you guys and have an island that looks pretty neat. So I know, forgive me. All right, that's the plan. We're gonna do a little coral island out here in the middle of the ocean. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a time lapse, and it's just gonna be basically me setting up the outline and kind of blocking out the island, and then we'll come back and discuss the plans for the island. So sit back, relax, enjoy this one. Yeah, this first part you're probably not gonna be able to copy if you're doing this in a survival world, just because of the sheer amount of cheating I'm doing. But you know, maybe some of the terraforming stuff you'll be able to use as kind of like use for your own world, I guess. Okay, all right, let's do this. All right, you guys. Look, there's an island here now, kind of. It did, you know, it could be better. It could be worse. It could be better. Could be worse. But yeah, there we go. We got a couple islands that are desperately needing some decoration. I kind of tried to. So this ocean is obviously a deep ocean. I tried to blend it in a little bit. I mean, you're not gonna. Say you're on a boat. Let's hop over on this boat here. Sorry. Say you're on a boat. You can't tell that the island's just popping out of the ocean, guys. You can't even tell. But if you kind of like get over here, obviously from the bird's eye view, you can tell it kind of just like drops off. But that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, here's kind of like my crossover. It's gonna have the bridge. I think I'm gonna raise it up a little higher, maybe. Give it some more elevation so I can get a good like swooping thing with the rope bridge. And then part of me wants to add, I don't know, I think so. My thought here then is going to be on this backside we'll do kind of like a couple little buildings maybe, or like this is where the pirates will be, and then there's gonna be some trees and stuff blocking. This is their little cove here, so like, you know, that's where they would be able to dock some ships or like small boats and have protection from the ocean, and also not be seen by anybody in Ratton with a good telescope, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, the water's all glitchy. Yeah, Axiom's a little funky. I don't know how to use it super well, but it gets the job done. Okay, so what's next? We're gonna work on some palm tree designs because I gotta figure out how to make palm trees to scale. That's gonna be fun. Oh boy, not mangrove, jungle leaves. All right, now it's gonna be palm tree clock and Yeah, let's see how we can make some palm trees. All right, guys, quick check-in. So here's some palm tree designs, I guess, ideas. So I've got the crazy hair day one, and then I've got 3 regular ones. That one's straight as an arrow. This one got a little bit of a curve, and this one's a much larger boy. Those are their scientific names, by the way. Yeah, I think clownfish. Look at the I think they're good. I think the more of them I put, the better it'll be. I mean, they're not great, obviously, but you know, with Minecraft, you gotta do what you can do. Palm trees are kind of a funky one with the blocks, but yeah, I'm gonna kind of like litter this island with palm trees. I think the more of them, the better. Oh, and then you'll notice I have cocoa beans. They kind of look like little coconuts, you know? Maybe there's some little coconuts growing here. Just drop on somebody's head as they sleep underneath. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I just want to give you guys the check-in with like the palm trees idea. Fun fact, did you know that palm trees aren't actually trees? They're ferns. Yep, they're ferns. They're big old ferns. Yeah, they don't have like huge root systems or anything. That's why you see them a lot in cities, like next to sidewalks, because they don't have like tree roots that go up and push up the sidewalks. Anyway, useless fact out of the way. I'm gonna build more palm trees and keep decorating this island. So it's gonna be a bit longer and hopefully more progress. But let's do it. All right, look at that, guys. That looks pretty good, honestly. You could confuse me. You could convince me that that was a tropical island, almost tropical, a Caribbean island. Yeah, look at that. Pretty freaking cool. Got a little bit of details on there. We'll throw a turtle on here too. Oh look, baby turtles. Baby freaking turtles. There you go. That's your showcase. Those are the new baby animals. It's so small. Here, let's do a couple more. We'll do a couple more. Look at them go to the ocean. Nice. There's also a new fun thing that you can do with hang on, hold please. There it is. That took forever. The golden dandelion. So if you guys, you know, want to keep your own turtles' children forever, you can feed them these golden dandelions, which you just make using I believe it's either gold nuggets. Yeah, it's gold nuggets and a dandelion, and then you can just right-click it on the baby animals and they stay babies. So, you know, for those of you who think they're cute, you guys can just keep them children forever. It's kind of the theme of this is, I guess, the Lost Boys Island, you know? Yeah, there we go. We've got, don't look at that half. We've got half the island done, guys. Look at that. Half of one of the 2 islands. It's a fourth. That's a fourth. For those of you really good at math. Yeah. Oh, dolphins. Wow. Look at all the creatures out here. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but I think it's pretty cool. I think it's looking good. Let's continue. I think I'm gonna work on the little like shack. We'll do a little island shack over here. I think maybe like right here, kind of tucked away, and then we'll do that bridge over here, and then maybe we'll do like, I don't know, guys. Pirates need their treasure somewhere, you know. And then those will be our man-made structures, and then everything else will just be more trees. And we'll just spam trees. Easy island hack. Spam palm trees, and you'll be good to go. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna work on a little pirate shack. It's gonna be small. It's gonna be quaint. It's pretty much just for shelter in the event of a storm, and like, you know, to get them out of the sun. Because maybe they stop off on this island, like a rum runner, or something. Smuggler stops off on this island to like pick up supplies or drop off something for somebody else to come pick up. So nobody's actually spending that much time here. All right, that's enough of me making stuff up. Let's build a shack and continue on the tropical island. All right, you guys, check this out. So that's ratting over there. Just looking at this island, you can't even tell it's inhabited. And then you like kind of look a little closer, and you got like this little bridge going. Like, oh, maybe there's some people over there. And check this out. We got a little hut, and you're probably thinking to yourself, "Damn, that looks terrible. Why would you even like waste your time building that?" But like, look, guys, there's an interior. It's got a little map of the island. I might put an X marks the spot somewhere. That'd be kind of funny, I think. I'd also need to redo that map. Wait, hang on. Yeah, anyway. Map of the island, you know? And I'll have to keep redoing it as I build more. Then you go down here and it's like, oh god, look, a little smuggler's den. Got some like hanging roots and like cobwebs and stuff. Like, guys, we're cooking with the interior. And then we got a little palm tree out there, in our little cove, little bay that is gonna host the smuggler's boat. But yeah, that's the man-made structures on the island. I might put like a little lookout tower or like lookout spot here. Like I'm thinking maybe do some like rocks, kind of in like a, I guess in a full circle, like in a 360 degrees thing. And then like maybe that could be like a lookout spot for the smugglers, you know, see if somebody's coming or not. You know, maybe they need to hide all their stuff. I don't know. Just a thought, guys. So what's next? What's next is I need to add more palm trees. That's a densely palm treed island. I will say that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the other half of this island first, and then we'll move over to that island, I think, just because I want to have like half of it done, you know? We'll get half of it done and then we'll move over. So that's the plan. Let's get some more palm trees down, and then, you know, more little details here and there, and really start to make this island feel like a tropical island, like a complete build instead of just like half-baked like everything else I do. Don't look closely at the ship. It's half-baked too. Okay, let's we're gonna do more trees. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. We got a forested island, forested, palm treed, whatever. Same difference. Now all we gotta do is this next island, and then we, you know, yeah, guys, we gotta do this next island. I think I like the idea of doing. Honestly, what if we do like a ruined lighthouse or something? That'd be kind of cool, just up here on the top, something small. Maybe something that would signal ships that this island's here, since it's kind of like smack dab in the middle of this ocean. also thinking, you know, when I'm recording this, it's pretty much Easter. The Easter Island, guys. That means I have to figure out how to build an Easter Island head. And I don't have enough room for more than one. Really, I don't have room for one. But besides the point, yeah. I think the plan is going to be to build that like ruined lighthouse thing that the smugglers would use as a lookout. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. So, okay, we're going to work on that now. Okay, everybody, there we go. We have a second island. The second island with the little tower. Can you see it? Can't really see it. All right, so look at this. We got a little launch tower here. So this probably used to be like a lighthouse or something, but obviously, island has kind of fallen into disarray and kind of was forgotten about. Obviously, if they were able to set up a little smugglers camp here. And yeah, we got this little tower here, kind of decrepit, a little destroyed, but it's got this little watchtower like rose nest thing going, and you can see Ratton from here. So if there's ever any like, you know, military ships coming out here to stop them or whatever, they can kind of hide all their stuff and take off out the back, which is gonna be over there. But you know, that's a different story. Yeah, this island has less trees. But it's also a little bit taller, so less flat. So I try to keep all the trees up on the grassy area and kind of keep the beaches more sandy, you know. I kind of like it. Like it's different. There's nothing else like it in the world. But like you can kind of see all the different. I guess not all the different realms, but like you've got Ratton over there, and you can see the Scandinavian city over there. So you know, pretty neat. I might regret this, guys, but I think I'm going to finish the video off with trying to build a little boat here. Nothing crazy big. Obviously, this little thing this like small harbor isn't big enough for a big ship with masts and everything, but maybe a little boat that they would take, like a smuggler's boat. Maybe their like actual ship is like floating out there somewhere. Something they could just like float in, drop some cargo off, and then row back out to their ship. Yeah. I think we're gonna try to put a boat here. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Little boat on my little tropical island. My little turtles. Oh yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day, guys. I'm gonna come over here and just hang out when I need to like chill. You know, little tropical island in this big old world. Okay. I'm gonna look up some boat designs and then we're gonna get cracking on a boat. So. You know, I hope you guys don't make fun of my boat too much. You can make fun of my boat. It's okay. Okay, let's do it. Well, there we go. That's a boat. Kind of. It's a boat that you could read a boat. You could be like, yeah, that's a boat. If you squint at it and it looks okay. Yeah. Little like medieval cog kind of was the idea. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. It's nice and small. I you know, it is what it is. Yeah, you guys. Maybe that's what I call it. Honestly, no island to island, pretty good arc. I think pretty good arc. We got a little smuggler's cove, even like nice, guys. Making progress. Yeah, I wanted to do something different today, and I think we've accomplished that. First tropical island of the Minecraft world. Pretty cool. And they attach to that smuggler's cove over there. Guys, we're doing it. We are making world building. That's a verb now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. For those of you that celebrate, I hope you guys have a happy Easter. I will see you guys next week. Please join the Discord if you want to come hang out and say hi. The world downloads there too if you want to come see the world. It's a little outdated. It's been a couple months since I updated it, so you're not going to get all the fresh builds, but you get a lot of it. Yeah, we're on our road to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting super close, so if you like this content and you keep seeing these videos, please consider subscribing. Share the video with people you think might like it. Hey, you know, every little bit helps. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, have a great rest of your day. Have a happy Easter, and peace.